Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 45. That's a pretty nice looking cover, but it really doesn't have anything to do with kind of what's going on in the issue. And the thing is, I really like this issue because we got a lot of good Spidey moments. We got a lot of kind of connections of what's kind of going on from past kind of story arcs and what's kind of coming to the front. And if you've been dodging because you're like, I don't care about the gang war, this is a good one to kind of jump back into if you want to. Because there's not really anything dealing with that. We're more dealing with like Krakoa stuff and then linking up with other kind of stories and getting us into the next kind of story arcs as well. And a really good thing I liked about this was the art. Carmen Carnero, because they've been doing stuff that had been like with the Cap Sentinel of Liberty and that kind of past kind of one, and that art was really good and it really fits here with Spidey. So we start off in the Institute for the Criminally Insane as we see this nurse kind of like giving food to this hippo one. Dinner time, hippo. Grab some fruit. Thanks, Shay. Yummy. You sure can eat a lot. 75 pounds a day. Soup's on, Mr. Hyde. Who's Mr. Hyde? My name's Calvin. Where am I? I didn't do anything wrong. Nice try. I'll tear you in half and make a stew for the meat. Make a stew from the meat. There he is. How can I convince you people I'm not disturbed? We've gone over this pandemania. You may have to stop dressing like a panda. I will die first. It's like, okay. Interesting characters here. I love this one, though, as we see Spidey. That's really awesome. See? Say what you will about the Ravencroft Institute. Nobody's here who doesn't need to be. It's like, So we then pretty much link up and see what's kind of going on with Mary Jane's aunt. Because if you remember that one issue, the Krakoan drugs, because Orcus is being a complete dillhole, fucked with it. Come on, Shay. Last one. She's no scarier than the rest of them. You can do this. I've got your dinner, Ms. Watson. Well, if it isn't Nurse Markin, the prissiest little priss pants that ever prissed. Well, guess what? You really prissed me off. If I wasn't in this jacket, I'd rip your face off and use it as a doily. The ugliest doily I've ever seen. That's not you talking, Ms. Watson. You keep telling yourself that. I will keep telling you that. Until you understand what happened to you. The Krakoan medicine you took was tainted. It's altered your perceptions. Believe me, as soon as there's a cure, you'll be the first to know. Spidey actually helped develop the cure seen in X-Men 29 and procured an advanced dose. Thank you for telling me that and let me know. Later. We've got to be quick in case your nurse comes back. I know this looks scary, but I'm here to help. Like hell you are. Hiding in my room until you can get me alone? You're a pervert. What? No, I'm not. I'm Spider-Man. I know who you are. My niece had googly eyes for you, but she never told me you were into needles. Degenerate. Junkie. This isn't for me. It's a cure for KDS, Krakoan Derangement Syndrome. Thank you for... I love when those are done effectively and provide the information you need. But wait, you're going to stab me with that? Please, I'm scared. Hey, you don't have to be scared, Ms. Watson. You don't know me, but I'm here because I care about you. So much. I'm not going to let anything bad happen. Not even to your dumb little hand? What? And it's like, Spidey, and then she bites his ass. It's like, fuck. Ah! And then he just bunks her. I'll kill you! What am I saying? I don't want to kill you, but I did. I wanted to kill everyone. What happened to me? What have I done? And then we see that Spidey talks to her. And this is the good stuff. You tried to treat your dementia with a new medicine is all. It wasn't your fault it had some side effects. But it's okay, I've given you the antidote. And I'm getting you out of here. You're breaking me out? I promised your niece I wouldn't let you spend one more night in here. Don't worry, my boss has really expensive lawyers. They can sort out the details later. Details? I hurt people. That's why I'm here. I can't just leave. Anna, you're going to wake up tomorrow surrounded by supervillains. Let me snap these restraints and get you out of here. This is the kind of stuff my spider strength is here for. And he's got a very good point. She might have been going kind of... I really don't think that she should have been put in with any kind of supervillains whatsoever. She might have been like, oh! But, I can't do that. I have a debt to society, and I have to pay it. I don't care if it seems crazy. It's my responsibility. So that's what I sound like. And I like Spidey commenting on that. It's like, okay, but there's different kind of ways to do it. Now, granted, we do kind of see her helping people throughout here. You left her there then, as we then see him talking to Osborne. And it's very interesting because it's been a bit since we've seen Pete interact with Osborne, and we could start seeing a kind of shift. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I tried to break her out, but she wouldn't budge. Then we owe Ms. Watson for saving us a lot of time and money. My lawyers are good, but they're not superhuman. There's not a legal team on the planet that can make felony escape from custody disappear. Yes, of course. That's exactly what I told her. Good. I'll have my team petition for Anna to be reevaluated. It's the least I can do, having assured Mary Jane the Krakoan medicines were safe. Well, that and working with you to develop a cure. But this might have been easier had we waited to deliver the antidote through official channels. Very true. I couldn't wait for the X-Men to figure out the best dispersal method. Made a promise to MJ. She's coming to check on Anna this afternoon, of course. Of course. Are you joining me for lunch? No, actually, that's the other thing I need to talk to you about. And I actually like how, Peter's drawn here and everything. Peter and Osborne. Just really well done on the faces. I really appreciate the opportunities you've given me, Norman, but you have a company to run, and New York needs more Spider-Man, not less. It just seems like we're being pulled in different directions. I'm turning in my resignation. You're quitting. This is about my absence during the recent gang war. Peter, Oscorp could have been attacked at any moment. I have employees. This is about what you said, that my life as Spider-Man was damaging your company. That if I wasn't doing Oscorp business, I needed to leave. I said that? Yes. When you found Wreck-Rap in my office. Right. I remember. And we see that it's like, I think he's kind of putting on, but he doesn't really, it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was rude, Peter. Though I doubt anyone would do somersaults if they caught Wreck-Rap sitting on their desk. True. But you didn't need to go that far. No, I guess they wouldn't. And it's like, yeah, Wreck-Rap. Well, your point was well taken. Being proactive during the gang war felt good. And with Fisk's laws off the books, I want to be out there as Spider-Man more than ever. If I have to choose between that and Oscorp, you don't. Ever. Stay on at your full salary. Come in when you can. If I can support you and Spider-Man, I want to do it. Yay! Cool. Yeah. Wow, Norman, you sure? Of course. Hell, I might even join you out there. Now that being the Gold Goblin is measurably less illegal, Norman, thank you. Why are you looking at me like that? Because you responded just like the Norman I hoped you were. For a while there, I was scared you were trying to get rid of me. Never, my boy. I'll walk you to the cafeteria. Oh, I was hoping you'd introduce me to your personal chef. Nice try. It's like, I love that kind of banter. We'll have to kind of see how that kind of works out. Oscorp subcontractor authorized. Welcome, Curtis Connors. This was an interesting one that I really wasn't expecting, as we see what Connors is working on. The hell? What are you doing? Doug, what are you doing? Dr. Connors, I'm showing Kyle my new e-bike. There a problem? This floor is a digital clean room. No phones allowed. I'm in airplane mode. I don't care. Our contract with Oscorp is dependent on the consciousness embedded in this silicon remaining dormant. The flow of information to and from their synapses must remain at absolute zero. The living brain is the most advanced thinking computer. Is the world's most advanced thinking computer. And if you want to keep your job, it must not be allowed to think. It's like, so that's where the living brain is. There's a lot of stuff being gathered at Oscorp. So we shift over and we see Spidey. Yeah. At Ravencroft. Feels good to swing around the city a bit. Seeing it rebuild after Madame Mask's war. Maybe enjoyed it too much, though. We're supposed to meet MJ 5 minutes ago. But now I have to find somewhere to change, away from prying eyes. Look who it is. Mary Jane? Shh, I'm jackpot while I'm working. Oh, right, geez. You think I'd be better at that? You superhero here too, huh? Yep, just out fighting crime. Well, saw an argument on my way over and thought I should break it up. Might have been overkill. Was it overkill? No. Are you kidding me? That's great, MJ. You're awesome. Anyway, I guess we should, as we see them. I love that we get a little shot of them, getting out of their superhero gear. Good morning, Richard. Looking good, Anna. And call me the human fly. Oh, don't be silly. Oh, David, looks like you're going to miss lunch. Save me some pudding? You got it. Were you just talking to Whirlwind? His name is David. What a nice young man. Whirlwind is not a nice young man. Not everyone had the same opportunities you did, Peter. I'm like, true. But did he go and start doing what Whirlwind was doing? That's sweet, Aunt Anna, but we're worried about you. We'd feel so much better if you were back home. And we see that she's pretty much talking and helping people out there. And it's like, ooh, interesting. Honestly, I don't think that's too far away. Anna has made a complete turnaround. I'm trying to get her out as soon as possible. Nurse Markin is such a fantastic young woman, helping me so much, even after I said all those terrible things. What's threatening to rip someone's face off between friends? She did threaten to rip my face off. How did you know that? Anna, you told him? Of course not. I wish I didn't know. I think Mary Jane told me. What? Oh, are you two, no. They used to be, but not anymore. Which one of you messed it up again? It doesn't matter, Aunt Nana. That means it was her. Ow, stomach cramp. I'm gonna walk this off over here. And then we see that him trying to get out of that awkward situation puts him into almost another awkward situation with Sandman. Mr. Parker, I went straight too far. Sorry, I think I know that guy. William Baker? Huh, that's what I like to be called. Can't get him to stop calling me Flint Marco or the Sandman. I know you? I'm a friend of a friend who's worried about you. You get arrested again? I turned myself in. I've been trying to get my life back together, but I started getting confused. Bad things happen when I get confused, like turning into a beach. That happens sometimes. Okay, a lot of times, yeah, but it's the least of my worries, and it's like, oh, this is interesting, having a conversation between Peter and William. See, being made of sand is being made up of a bunch of little parts. Some of those parts just want to make an honest living. Some of those parts want to do bad things. Of course, the war. And yourself. It's a lot of work to keep the bad parts from winning. Say, how do I know it? How did you know I was a beach? Who was your friend again? Well, since I'm talking to William Baker, I'm actually friends with Spider-Man. Spider-Man? And then he freaks out, and we see him almost trying Sandman out, but he's got the restraint. Spider-Man, let me out of here. I'll kill him. I'm okay, sorry. What was that? That was Flint Marco, the bad parts. Sonic inhibitor keeps him at bay. I'm good now. Peter, we should probably leave now. Yeah, of course. Wait. You saw how angry he got. He's still inside me. He wants out. Wants to do bad things. You saw him. But you did the right thing, William. You turned yourself in. You're safe in here. He can't get out. I'm not the only one he's not the only one I'm worried about. I need you to tell your friend, tell Spider-Man. They want him out too. It's like, what? He'll know who I mean, as we then see pretty much the Sinister Six with Doc Ock and everything. Which I don't know how this kind of like lines up with, this is Superior Spider-Man. We got Doc Ock, Mysterio, Electro, Vulture, Craven, and then we get Spider-Man. And we get a thing of a look at the next one with Electro doing stuff. So, I actually really like this. We got check-ins with the whole Krakoan situation, and Peter helping out MJ's aunt. I did kind of like the little kind of stories that we got of her pretty much bonding with the supervillains, which you would think, that's not a really good thing to do, but since she's a good person and trying to help, she actually connects with them, which is actually kind of cool, and I like seeing that. We do see that the relationship between Peter and Osborn's a little kind of weird, but not to such an extent that Peter would recognize it. We can catch on the little kind of things because we've seen what's kind of been going on with Osborn. But we'll have to see how that kind of works out. We have also seen with the solicitations the Green Goblin is coming back. We'll have to see how that kind of works out and how it's executed. And lastly, seeing that the Sinister Six are getting back into play and that Sandman would potentially be drawn into that because we've got 5 of them at the moment. But we need, of course, that kind of 6. So I like this one because it was a nice kind of return to normalcy of Spider-Man's usual kind of stuff. And we'll probably see other kind of stuff from the Gang Wars kind of fought with Janice and Tombstone, but I kind of like that we ended that and we're now kind of looking to other kind of stories as well, building up to the Green Goblin's return. So I really like this. I really like the art style. I liked the banter and everything. Everything flowed pretty well. There isn't any action in this except for Sandmaning out and Peter getting bit. So that would probably be the only kind of quibble I would have, but because the objective of this issue, I don't mind at all whatsoever. Like, I like that it was a slower kind of issue because we got big battles already. We got action upon action upon action. I kind of like this kind of slower one. And if you don't, that's fine. If you liked this because it was not the Gang War stuff, I totally understand. That kind of did drag on, and it's nice to get Peter back more in prominence. So I can't wait to see where we go from here. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.